shit.
All right.
Yeah, now we're live.
Well, good morning again.
Technical difficulties this morning.
Technical difficulties, but
Testicle
we were just talking
difficulties.
about Starbucks. That
Well-
we don't really go there.
Let's go back to what we're smoking: McAuliffe Green
Yes.
and Dunkin' Donuts breakfast blend.
Yes.
Finishing that bag up.
But breakfast blend is very good.
But we were talking about how I think Dunkin' makes a better coffee,
Right.
and most people tend to go to Starbucks only because the drive-through, that kind of stuff.
Trendy.
That's right, dude.
It
It takes
is.
forever. Especially
does.
this one here in town. It's the parking lot's pitiful.
It starts at 5 a.m. over there.
Yeah.
Because I drive by there at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
On my route. But yeah, it starts at 5 a.m. and it's loaded for, I guess, people going wherever they're going to work, shipyard, what have you. I don't care for it at all, so you ain't going to see me in that line.
There's other little pop-up coffee joints in our area that
Java Joe's.
Java Joe's
probably
just
make better coffee, in my
Mhm.
opinion. That's,
DJ's is new.
Yes, they just opened up about 60 days ago.
Finest Grind is good.
we got it.
Brian, yes.
We've got a friend of the show that sits in here and talks with us a lot, and he prefers the Circle K coffee.
Yes, he loves it.
Yeah.
Circle K is a good coffee, but it's at that point it's just
It's just coffee.
it's nothing
It's a good score.
spectacular about it, but it's a decent coffee.
It's made by Community, I believe.
But there's most of us would prefer nothing but coffee. Maybe a little cream, or
Yeah.
in your case, a lot of cream.
Well, actually, I made it a little after you liked it.
But we don't like the Choco Maca Latte bullshit coffees.
Not
No.
really.
For men.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I think that it's a trendy thing, like Bones had said earlier, that
Yes.
the younger generation wants that morning kick, but they don't want to be like, I got nothing but black coffee and
Yeah.
maybe
I
a
want
little
a
sugar.
Dark roast, blah blah blah, yada yada, latte with
There's a kid.
2
I
shots
go
of
to
espresso.
Yeah,
a Monday morning meeting, and there's a 24-year-old friend, and he just drinks black straight up.
that's kind of a lost trend for
Mhm.
people. I've tried it because Scotty Too Hottie and kind of endorses that,
Yeah.
and I kind of would love to get away from having sweetener or sugar in my coffee,
Yeah.
but I just can't.
Not yet.
It's too.
Not yet.
I don't care how good a coffee it is. It's too bitter to me without a little, just to
Little taste.
take
Something
that bite out.
Something to take that
Smoking
bite down.
Joe got into all black because he was somewhere with a guy, and the guy says, "Cut that sweetener and that cream out."
Yeah.
He says, if you do it for a week, you won't go back.
I've got to agree with that.
And he did. And then Smoking Joe just drank black. And he really loved the taste of it.
You have to train your brain,
Mm-hmm.
and
And your taste buds, yeah.
I was talking to our boss, Fast Eddie, about training your brain. I'm reading or listening to the Scott Adams audiobook, because we just lost Scott Adams this past week, the Dilbert
Yeah.
guy. And he's the book, Train Your Brain or Retrain Your Brain. And it really goes into how do you change your perception of things. And what you were talking about with your brother
Yeah.
is, 1 week of going without sugar in your coffee will retrain your brain to
Yes.
say, you know what, I can deal without this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been putting a lot of that stuff into my life practices, like, what do I eat? What am I putting into my gullet?
Right.
And those things, I've told Bones this before. I don't sacrifice things. I don't deprive myself of things. I just limit those things.
Yes.
Quantity.
And that's more important than anything else. If you can limit, I don't need to eat a bag of potato chips.
Just a couple.
That's right. A
Just a
cupful.
taste.
A little cupful.
A little couple of maybe a handful. And that's it.
Yeah. But before it was like, it was just
Boom. One after the other.
retraining your brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
And you know this
Yes.
from 30-something years of dealing with sobriety, that you have to retrain your brain. You have to, in your case, and in a lot of cases, even with food addictions, you have to work through you have to figure out what is causing this, like the dopamine. You know, we look for that high that our brain comes with.
Right.
Speaking of highs, we got football coming to an end. College came to an end.
Yes.
We're in the dark days of winter.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of spring football coming up in March, I think February or March.
Late February.
Yeah. So, you know, we get a little bit of that, but the football season coming to an end.
Yes, it is. We got 2 games.
They supposedly we got 3.
Hey, Mike.
2 games tomorrow.
Yeah, and then the big one.
Supposedly,
Becky Silvers.
They fined Carson Beck for his bitching and complaining about the refereeing at the.
You know what the irony of that is?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And it's over.
There's nothing that you can do about it.
Nope.
I will say.
Morning, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
I
will say this. There were some plays, some calls that were not made. And one of them was very egregious in our opinion. We've talked about it before here in the shop.
Boom.
The headshot to Mendoza's chin.
Yes.
Was egregious and should have been called.
Oh, I don't know how a referee missed that.
It was right behind him.
Unless it was on purpose.
I'm not even going to go into the conspiracy thing. I did look up who the ref crew is, and I think they were Big 12 ref crews. The referees were from the Big 12.
Yeah.
They weren't from the ACC because Miami is ACC. They weren't from the Big 10, and I know they weren't from the SEC. Don't smoke. Okay. Well.
All right.
I'm going to smoke anyway.
We're smoking anyway.
Yeah. But
enjoy your day.
Thank you for your input.
But yeah, that was a terrible hit. It should have been called because there was plenty of refs that see that.
Now, were there any other egregious calls that weren't called that went into Miami's favor? I didn't see it, but then again, I didn't watch the entire game.
Yeah.
So
looked off, whatever.
And the first half, we bounced in and out of because, you know, hey Caleb, hope you're feeling better, buddy.
Caleb, how you doing, brother?
Come on.
We ended up watching Landman during part of that just to catch up on things because the game was going slow in the first half.
Oh, it was.
And I'm not mad about it, but neither team I was really concerned about. We're going to pop in and look at it later on.
Yeah.
And we did, and it ended up very good. It was a good ending. The interception sealed the deal.
Yes.
And that's you hate to see it either side suffer that type of a loss.
Yes.
But that's the game.
It could have been a different game if they didn't have that block punt. It would have been a whole different game.
It could have been a different game if
the big if.
The big if.
2 letters. If.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not mad about who won. Oh, so yeah. We'll go from there. What do we say in the pros? Who's got what? We still any changes on predictions, Matt?
I got to go with New England.
You're going with New England.
Yes.
To win everything or just win this first?
No, I'm going to go with the first game first.
Who are they playing?
They're playing Seattle. Is that correct? No. I'm sorry.
Broncos.
I lost trying. I'm liking New England, and I like Seattle on the other way.
And I will go with you on the New England thing. I'm not sure how Denver's backup quarterback is going to play.
I don't know.
I think that's a tragic event that occurred last game with their starting quarterback.
How about that?
It's a game ender. I'm not sold on the backup, so I will probably go towards the New England side on this one. And who we got on the other game? Seattle and
the Rams.
Chargers?
No, the Rams.
Rams. Chargers. God, why do I have that?
The Rams. Who do you think?
Both of them are playing well.
They've already played twice already, 3 times.
They're in the same division, so they have played each other at least twice.
Seattle's at home. they were going over their, their away record's better than their home record, and
Who you got, Mikey Sellers?
any fucking.
I think I'm going to
probably.
I'm going to side with.
Silvers, who you like?
I'm going to go with Seattle.
In Seattle.
On the
right.
the New England Broncos game. That could be anything too. If they keep Stidham low and just give them short passes, whatever, and run, because they got Dobbins is coming back, so they'll be able to run the ball. But they got the defense to stay with them. But whether or not they got enough offense to I don't know.
Mikey Silvers has
be-
Ryan.
It's gonna be an interesting game.
I've got a feeling that Seattle will probably do something. So I'm going to say that Seattle's going to end up playing New England.
Wow. Okay.
And that's the battle of the two cold teams.
That's going to be a big game. I'm looking forward to Bugs Bunny.
Bugs
the
Bunny.
halftime show.
Bad Bunny.
I'm not watching.
Bad Bunny, whatever the fuck his name
I don't
is.
understand Sprint. I'm not watching it.
All right, so
Good morning, fellas.
Rick
I'm
says
going
the
with
same
New
thing.
England and Seattle with the Seahawks
Oh.
and the big one. Wow.
He says Seattle's going to take the game.
Wow.
That's a pretty big and bold prediction,
Yeah.
especially since we haven't seen how either team is going to play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Wait, they might not even make it to the game.
Yeah, I mean, but
It's the NFL.
judging that those two, I think Seattle might pull the game.
Go to the big one. Yeah.
I think that they might pull the game.
I
If it is
hope,
New
you know
England.
what? I hope the games are really good and real close. And like you're like, "Eh,
All,
what?"
all season has been like that.
Yeah, wow.
I don't care what they look like as long as my square numbers come in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got no stake in the game.
Yeah, I want to see good games now. I want
Oh,
to
yeah,
I
good
want to do
football
the
games.
watch out thing when
Mhm.
the quarterback's ready to get plowed.
But you got to admit, though, when you're sitting there watching the game with the squares, scoring, you want them to score, and it changes every
That
freaking
was
time.
that was
It's
just great.
every
Here's
time.
the envelope in Aunt Kathy's hand.
not so fast, my friend.
She was so pissed he hit the post. How can you miss a 26-yarder? It's the
and
fucking post.
speaking of not so fast, my friend, congratulations to Coach Corso and his Indiana guys. I'm going to
Oh, I thought you were going to say
no. I'm just saying
Hey, they did. They won it, man.
he got to see Indiana
yeah,
for the first time in his life.
yeah,
Fitch
man.
was in with the NCAA.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
They did that for when
I don't know.
Saban retired. Remember?
I don't know.
There's
Whether
somebody out there saying that though.
it was a phone call from Vegas saying there's too many people
We need
money
them
on
to
the
win.
over, let's keep it under. We were talking about a basketball game today, Mav.
Yeah.
Give us the synopsis of that one.
Yeah, what's it called? Score Embiid or whatever his name is scores 70 points to a triple double. And the next night they scored 123 points. The next night they're going to score 76.
at the most.
You know what I
At the
mean?
most.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, 30-point game with a triple double.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking.
And so the
Record.
betting
It was a record.
the betting's
for
gonna
the
go
Sixers.
the betting's gonna go over on the next game, and it's gonna be under. It'll be under. It just there's no
Now
logic.
tell me what? How do they tell you how bad or how good the money went on Indiana with Vegas?
I'm sure
they get
Morty Fax
creamed?
could figure that
Did
out
they
for
get
us.
creamed? Yeah. What do you think, Mike?
What's that?
I
Did
think
the betting in Vegas get creamed on the Indiana game? No,
No,
because of the point spread, right? How about that?
I will tell you where they got creamed. If somebody put money preseason on them winning the whole
I
thing,
think they said it was like 1,000 to 1 or something.
then
Shit like
then
Wow.
they got creamed on that one. If Mattress Mike or Mattress
we
Mac,
didn't
Matt-
hear from him.
no, because it's no Texas team playing.
Oh, okay. He only bets on Texas and the baseball thing,
Right.
right?
So if he would have put money down, it would have been like 10 grand on,
yeah, something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. Usually Portnoy puts on big money down on a game, but They never really said it. Nothing came out and said if he put any money. I assume he put money on the game.
Oh, because he's an idiot.
Maybe not $150,000, $200,000.
Right.
But
But you know, he'd have put money on that team up north if preseason,
that's a lot of
not
money, man.
not Indiana. And honestly, let's just go down to reality. Nobody would have picked Indiana.
Right.
Props to him. I mean, great coach, great quarterback, won the Heisman deservedly.
And he's going. Is he? What is he? A senior?
He's going
Oh,
pro.
yeah, he's going pro.
He's going to the big show, huh?
Yeah, and the prediction is
First
Raiders.
round.
Going Raiders.
Really?
Yeah, that's a
Oh
prediction.
boy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hell, at least it's not.
Well, they're saying,
at least
as
it's
you're
not
talking
Cleveland.
about the Raiders, the star for the Raiders is supposed to be going to the Eagles. It's supposed to be signed, sealed, and delivered.
Wow. I wonder.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. That's a good pick for us.
That's interesting. That'll bolster the defense a little bit. A lot of it.
A lot.
I take them.
Yeah, man.
I take anything. We got Harbaugh. He's going in changing shit.
We got coaches that are in limbo.
At least 5, right? Well, what's it called? For the Steelers, he's going to retire. I think he's going to go enjoy his family and just chill.
You got a new coach in Miami. I don't know who it is. All I know is there's a new one. And the old Miami coach that was fired is going to the Chargers to be like
The OC.
OC.
Okay,
Offensive coordinator.
He took his own name out. Somebody said in here yesterday, took his own name out of the running for Cleveland. Did not want that job.
I don't blame him.
I thought he was going to Tampa Bay. I thought he was.
Well, I guess he got a better deal from Hairball
Okay.
and the Chargers.
He doesn't have to be in charge. Just got.
You think that's a good choice for him? I mean,
I don't know him well enough.
okay.
I know he's young. I mean,
Yeah,
he's young in
Well, he
appearance.
was a head coach for what, 3 years there?
I don't know how long.
I think it was 3 years.
And I don't know what his history was before that, whether he
Right.
was a good OC or not. I think at this point, you know, having coached the Dolphins, he's got to re-image his brand,
Yeah.
and by doing that, going to
He's
a team.
got to get out of that cartel look. Remember they showed that meme of him when he first started?
Oh yeah,
The clean cut boy and everything. Now he's got the fucking scrubby beard and the fucking wavy hair.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish him well. I hope he does well for them.
I like the kid. I thought he was.
I'm just not a big fan of the Chargers
You know?
because of the head
No.
coach.
That's my buddy, Mikey in that out. Is a big Chargers guy. He's coming up here now to give me some money. He put 5 on the board.
It's almost gone.
What do we got? Anything on politics?
Well,
A lot happened this past week.
It's
A lot
It's
happened,
ugly, man.
the Trumpster is staying strong,
and
and he I like the one senator asking the doctor the question 12 or 14 times: can a man get pregnant?
Oh, yeah,
and she wouldn't answer him, and she's
That
supposed to be
was-
a medical doctor and have great credentials.
But she treats all kinds.
And she treats everybody, which
Yeah.
is great. That's fine, but she wouldn't answer the question, and so
it goes against her political agenda.
yeah. So I mean, how can you not answer the question? The answer is yes or no.
What do you think about that female governor that took over in Virginia? Was it Virginia? I think.
Virginia's doomed.
And she's starting to already make changes to make it go like California or
So
whatever.
they've gone blue totally.
Okay.
All of their elected officials are blue, and the first thing that she did was reverse all of the previous governor's things,
Right.
kind of like what Trump did with Biden's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Understandable.
that's dirty. That's politics. That's dirty politics.
Dirty pool.
You know,
Yeah, sure.
if something's working, why would you reverse it because it doesn't agree with your agenda?
Right.
So we've got people in our country that would rather see this country fail than do what it's doing.
Yes.
Just let us fight. Just let
That's
us
Clive.
fight.
We have the only economy that is growing. The rest of them are growing bits by bit, but we've excelled at in building our economy, and it's attributed to some of Trump's initiatives.
Right.
Now, you don't have to agree with everything that the president does or says.
Absolutely.
If you
Absolutely,
do,
you're right.
then you're nothing but a bootlicker at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Yeah,
You know,
right. Sure.
there's things that we disagree on,
Yes.
and rightly so. We should, and we should be vocal about it as well. You know, invading Greenland. No, we're done with this conversation.
Yeah, I agree.
That's some bullshit. It should have never been said. But understand the reason for the conversation versus what it really meant. It was, in my opinion, and in my opinion is like a stinky butthole. Everybody's got one. My opinion, it was to wake up Denmark, wake up NATO, and say, if you guys don't get a control on this island,
We will.
China and Russia will.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we don't want this. We don't want this. The United States does not want this, because that's our last line of defense
Okay.
before we see the mushroom cloud.
Oh,
So
boy.
yeah, we don't need this, and it benefits everybody to have,
I took a picture of
benefits everyone to have that protection.
the things on Denmark about what he went in with his initiatives, and it came out. People going, well, you know, it makes a lot of sense.
You even had the
Secretary
presiding
General
office,
or-
whatever he is of NATO, saying, this makes sense for NATO.
It's a national security, international security problem,
Yes.
and they got to solve that, because like when the missiles whatever go over, we can catch them quicker, and this and another thing. One of the agreements is we can put a base there anytime we want,
Mm-hmm.
and they agreed to it. And Denmark gave Greenland, I think, $600 million in the deal, or something like that. It's like, well, okay. I mean, there's only like, I think they said 56,000 people that live.
And
Greenland?
the idea of Greenland being what it is, or what they want, is not a new concept either. It was discussed way back in our lifetime. Reagan talked about it a lot.
Okay.
He wanted the Iron Dome. Star Wars was his initiative.
Oh yeah.
Technology just wasn't there at the time,
Okay.
but the mindset was, we're going to have something that prevents these ICBMs from coming to the continental United States. We don't have the means to do this yet, but we need this. We need to start working towards that. Israel is a good example of the Iron Dome, where missiles, rockets, all this stuff flying into their airspace, they shoot these things down. So the concept is there. Whether the technology is there
The scale.
is another story.
Okay.
Right. And yes, the scale, because we know, living through the Cold War, that we could destroy this planet. Just two countries could destroy this planet 10 times over. 10 times over, just by what our weaponry, right? 10 times over. And who does that benefit?
Not us.
Nothing. Not
Nobody.
humanity doesn't benefit from mutual destruction.
Yes.
Just doesn't. So we got to get a handle on that kind of stuff.
I don't think in our lifetime.
Probably not.
Close, maybe on the tail end.
I think we can get close on the technology to prevent it, but I don't think that we're ever going to see eye to eye. And,
Oh, no.
and get to that point where
But you don't think the technology might already be there? They're just trying to refine it and
it may be.
make it.
It may be, because first of all, we're not privileged to that, because we don't need to know it.
What's
No.
up, Ronnie? My friend from.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron.
They changed the time on that show. They're on at 6 o'clock now, East Central Time versus 7 o'clock.
Give a chance for
For
the
numerous
West Coast
reasons.
guys to not have to
6 p.m.
chime in at while they're on their ride home or
6
something.
p.m. Central.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he works. He's the one I go on Wednesday nights with for the TPA.
We got something coming up in New Orleans in a couple of months.
We do. We got the PCA.
The PCA. Same thing that they had last year.
Okay. These guys attended?
We did go, yes. I'm not going to say that both of us walked away overwhelmed with what was there.
I was
Right.
just amazed at the size of the thing. I mean,
Very big.
you had the big guys, Altadis and
Mhm.
Perdomo and Drew States with their big ass boots and
Sure.
all that, and it was just okay. You're sending all these people there, because we talked about that too on the TPA on Wednesday.
Yes, we are going, Ronnie.
It's hard for the small guys to go because like it says that owns BAMF cigars.
Mhm.
He said by the time the little guy goes, he's paying his flight to get there, his hotels, the booth fee. You got to sell $4,000 or $5,000 in cigars just to break even.
Right.
And the small guys, that's tough. The
So-
big guys, that's where everybody places their orders with the show discounts.
That's right.
and all that.
So I my opinion, and I think you'll agree because we saw this last year. The smaller guys, and I'll use Doc Caffey as an example. He was with somebody else.
Yes,
They
shared a
shared
booth.
space.
Yes.
So the smaller guys can share space with other smaller guys,
Okay.
and maybe have a little better event.
Okay.
You know,
Yes,
if
I'm sorry, he's right. They're being priced out. Those big guys
They
are paying $50,000 to $100,000 for a freaking booth.
well, they're getting like, huge space on these too.
God dang, dude, that's a lot of money.
So one of the things that people need to realize with the PCA is it is not geared to the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
It is geared
Right.
towards the cigar shop.
Right.
Okay, local brick and mortar and online sales guys in the big stores.
Okay.
That's what it's designed for. It's not designed for us to go in and say, "Hey, I'd really like to try your new event, your new cigar,"
Right.
because chances are unlikely that you're even going to talk to anybody about it.
And,
Right.
And the difference between the PCA and Ronnie will correct me if I'm wrong on the TPA is actually we need to bring him on one day to talk about the TPA, but it's geared towards the consumer. Any tobacco products other than cigarettes,
Yes.
lighters, cutters, accessories, all that. And if you're a member of the TPA and the retailer you're going to is a member of the TPA, you're going to get an extra discount on those cigars when you go to that shop to buy them. Because they're trying to keep the TPA brands with the TPA. Because pretty soon there's not going to be, from my understanding, what we call the boutiques and the legacies. It's going to be the FDA is coming out with one definition for premium cigars,
Yes.
and that's it. So boutiques are not going to. It's not going to be $1 million. You sell over a million cigars. You're not a boutique. You're
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Because
I
some of those
understand.
little guys are selling a lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, I told him yesterday, you can go to Smokies and now get three
GTOs.
of the low end GTOs at Smokies.
Okay.
He's got to branch out. He's got to sell where he's got to sell.
Yes. He has to try to make it.
I like to have him here, but it is what it is. Like Southern Drawer, we'd love to have Southern Drawer.
I'm trying to think of how I want to say this, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And if it's misconstrued, it's so be it. Drew Estate started out as a boutique.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You had Jonathan Drew selling out of a golf cart or something.
In the World Trade Center, a little
So,
booth in the bottom.
yeah, a
of the
little
World Trade
booth. So that's where they started. But where I'm going with this is, I think that the smaller labels are going to either be discarded
Center, or bought out.
or they're going to be bought out by the big guys.
Yes.
But you got to remember
To
when
add to their stuff.
when Jonathan Drew started in
Whenever.
early 90s, 90, 92, somewhere around there in the World Trade Center, that was the again boom.
That was the
of
beginning of it. Yes.
The beginning of the cigar boom again.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
So he hit the market at the right time.
And when we were at the
Barn
barn
burner?
smoker,
Yeah.
he talked about how he's been classified as a sellout, how some connoisseurs of the leaf, not us, because we're pretty forgiving when it comes to that, but he said that a lot of people considered him a sellout and quit buying Drew Estate cigars because he sold to a larger company.
That's
Well,
the American way.
He's talking about this at the Barn Smoker, and he explained, I was one bad weather event from being bankrupt.
Yes.
And having the umbrella of a larger company prevents Drew Estates from being completely wiped out of the map. There's nothing wrong with having a safety net if you're in a situation like that. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
I'm sorry, I did not know that Drew Estates has been sold 2-3 times already.
I wouldn't doubt it because
But he stays on as the face.
it's a brand.
Yeah,
He
sure.
stays on as the face, and they've got other little companies. I think Swisher bought them. Wasn't it?
I
Swisher
believe
Sweets
you're
own
right.
them now?
I believe you're right.
Well, not Swisher Sweets, but Swisher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same guys that
Yeah,
does
it's a-
Swisher
yeah.
Sweets. Yeah,
2014.
Yeah.
Wow, it's but it's the American way. You know, you get these startup companies. They build their startup company, a tech company, and then bigger tech companies come and say, "All right, we want to buy you for $300 million." Well, guess what? I started a small tech company, and somebody wants to give me $300 million for it. I'm selling.
but I will tell you, just from being in technology as long as I was, a lot of that is so that they can eliminate their competition.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
I know that there's probably some larger cigar companies that's their intent, but I also think that the reason for that is so that they have those faces when if the FDA said, unless it's a cigar that's been approved, it won't get approved in the future. You know, we've talked about that. We've heard Doc Caffey talk about how I have to get this
on the record.
And approved by the FDA, or else I'll never be able to sell this based upon what we've got. So I can see why the larger companies are buying these faces so that they have that blend available, 5-10 years from now. I would hate to see somebody come in and say, hey, we're gonna buy out GTO, for example, and just kill the brand.
Right.
Which, yeah, we know he's never going to sell.
And probably not, because it's a family
On 100
all the
over
way.
100 years, yeah.
all the way.
I would probably just give it up before I sold it out. If it
Nah, I wouldn't do
if
that.
it gets to the point of him, fighting with the big guys, but he's all over. Some small companies are all over.
He's like
Yeah.
a squirrel.
Yeah, he's working it hard to keep it alive.
Yeah, he's definitely a squirrel.
There's a lot of little companies that come out. Everybody thinks they can make a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't.
they find somebody, but the smaller companies, smaller brands, somebody else is making it for them.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Southern Draw is made by AJ Fernandez, and all of them have that kind of a tie, unless you're looking at GTO where his family's owns the factory, they own the fields, they own everything.
Yes.
But that goes right back to what Jonathan did. Was I'm one event away from
sure.
being shut down.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I'm not a pipe tobacco guy, but I heard it. But look at Doc Caffey, had his own factories in Honduras.
Yep.
The environment in the country over there was getting to the point where
They were volatile.
people were getting scared.
Yeah.
So he just said,
But then he wanted to release pipe tobacco, and because of the FDA regulations and stuff being as stringent and crazy as they are, he's not able to release that now.
yeah,
Right.
got kind of shot down. But
And-
he gets all his done by La Aurora,
Yes.
who's been around for
Yeah.
Yeah.
over
How
100
long?
years.
Yeah. I wish, and I do like a good pipe tobacco. I like smoking my pipe. Bones, we've talked about this. You don't care for it because it's too much work. I like it,
It
because
tastes great though.
because the aromatic feel, and you can set it down and light it back up later. A cigar, if it burns out when you light it back up, you get a bad taste.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a big difference in pipe versus cigars.
Whole different
And
system.
as cheap as pipe tobacco is, I mean, some people find it expensive, but I'm just like, you get an ounce for fucking
$5,
$5, and that
Yeah.
lasts
a long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
You ain't buying a 5 ounce a week. You ain't getting.
I mean, if you smoke a pipe all the time, you could, but yeah. Let's see. Doc would not sell out his family. Yeah, absolutely. We've talked to him, and we know that is the case with Doc Rodriguez.
Absolutely.
Um,
And I don't think Kathy would sell out either. I don't think Southern Draw would sell out.
Southern Draw has really shrunk their faces.
The portfolio.
Yes.
So they limited. Yeah, they not canceled, but they discontinued certain ones.
There were 2 cigars that were exclusive to Cigars International, and every time I went near a CI, I'd stop and get a bundle of each one of them. They quit doing that, and it really is a shame. Robert, those 2 cigars were amazing, and I loved
Robert Holt, right?
Yeah, I love those cigars. But I'll even go further to say I loved interaction with Robert Holt and his wife, because we've said it once, we've said it 100 times on our show. When you have a relationship with the guy that makes the cigar, it makes that cigar better
Makes you want to smoke it.
because
Yeah,
it's
they're good people.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
good people.
Good
You might
relationship with them. Yeah.
you might overlook a bad cigar every once in a while. You
You
know,
can't get them. This was a good cigar.
the green.
I think it's the best they have.
So
It's
let's
not-
go on.
Not a great cigar.
We're
but
over. Let's go.
really,
what's
really
time to
good.
what's your
rate.
rating on it?
It's time to rate. Well, I'm going to give this cigar a nice 8. A nice 8. Coffee, the same thing. I like the coffee. I made it a little darker this time. I didn't overload it with cream. And so I'm going to give it over an all 8. The cigar was very good, though.
Okay.
I like the green McAuliffe.
Yep.
So 8, 8, 8, and 8.
Bones.
I'm giving it at least an 8.5 for both. Coffee more than the cigar. Cigar probably 8.5, 9, about 8, 8.7, somewhere around there for both.
So
I like them both. They go together well.
my rating goes on the burn. Everybody's burn is perfect.
Yep.
Gets a little wonky every once in a while, but that's cigars in general. It is a better than average cigar, and price point wise, less than $10.
Can't go
You
wrong.
can't beat any McAuliffe.
Less than $10, folks. Less than $10.
Very nice cigar. for the
So
price.
it's above average. This is perhaps one of their better releases in the color series.
Yes.
With the coffee, I love the coffee because it's got that dark taste that I like. Didn't overpower the cigar. In fact, I think it once again accentuates the experience. 925 overall. Overall 925.
Good.
That's high.
All right.
That's good.
All right, we're going to close for the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge here at 3418 Bienville Boulevard in beautiful Ocean Springs, Mississippi. From Bones, Mort, and me, Maverick, we're going to wish you a happy and healthy weekend.
Go
Goodbye,
Patriots.
folks.
Go Patriots.
Peace.
Go Seahawks.